Alright, and welcome back, guys, to Rockstar Interviews. For this episode, we're watching a solo act. Many of y'all have probably heard of him before. His name is Youngblood. He is an English rock star, is who he is. He makes punk rock music and alternative music, from what I've heard. He also does pop rock music as well, but not as much. He mainly does punk rock music. We're gonna watch one of his interviews today. And what I know about him, he's kind of a crazier type of person. He does some interesting shit. He low-key is like the reincarnation of Ozzy Osbourne, if I'm being honest. And that's probably where y'all have known him from doing more shows now since the late Ozzy Osbourne's passing. He recently did a show with Ozzy's old band, Black Sabbath, performed a set list of Black Sabbath's songs in tribute to Ozzy Osbourne. So if any of y'all have seen him before, probably most recently it would be from that. Or y'all may have known him or known about him from just TikTok. TikTok's been posting his stuff a lot as well. Like, a lot of people have been making TikToks about him and, yeah, blowing his shit up. So anyways, we're watching an interview about him. Just, yeah, to see what he's like and see, like, the general person that Youngblood is. Alright, so this is the first one that I found. I have no idea how this one's gonna go. Yeah, I feel like it'll be a good one. Anyways, this one's called Youngblood Answers His Most Google Questions, Jam FM. Shout out to Radio Jam FM for posting this so that we can watch it. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm gonna just hit play, see what happens.
Hello, what's going on? I'm Youngblood, and this is Google Questions. I'm kind of freaking out about this. I hope you've not done me dirty. How
Curious to see what people Google about.
26 in August, on the 5th of August. How to contact Youngblood? Instagram DMs. I'm still in them, to be honest.
Do you answer them?
Yeah, of course I do.
Crazy. That's cool.
I just
That's
literally
good.
just do like a picture and someone just
Not a lot of
freaks
people do,
out.
so
funny.
that's cool.
How many songs does Youngblood have? Actually, do you know someone told me this today? We had a conversation. I've released 85 songs.
85?
Fucking 85. How mental's that? 85
That's a good run
tunes.
so
How
far.
the fuck do you remember all the lyrics to 85 songs?
I don't sometimes. I think you just got, it's like muscle memory, innit?
See?
Does Youngblood
Every artist has that moment, you know? It's not it's pretty common, actually.
have a partner? Yes. Her name's Jessie Jo. She's a legend. Does
Nice.
Youngblood write his own songs? Yes. I hope so. Anyway. Does
Fuck
Youngblood have
ghostwriters.
tattoos? Yeah, I got 2.
No offense to anyone who is a ghostwriter and that's their actual career, but personally as an artist, I could never. You'll never catch me working with a ghostwriter. Fuck that shit.
2 on my fingers, 1 on my arm, 1 on my ribs, and an elephant on my bum.
Do you want more though?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, 'cause-
but everyone expects me to have loads of tattoos. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, everyone expects me to be covered in them, and I kind of love that I'm not. You know what I mean? I think like I gotta get a tattoo. Like so many people got shit tattoos.
You gotta get a tattoo in Berlin though.
Yeah, I will. I think so.
I got
That's
mixed
what I was
reviews
saying.
on
I
my
wanna find, like,
tattoos.
sick artists. I never want them to be like cliched or shit. You know what I mean? Does Youngblood have siblings? Yeah, 2 sisters. Jemima
Nice.
and Izzy.
Raised
They're
by
legends
women.
Too. Why is Youngblood called Youngblood? Basically, I thought Dominic Harrison was too polite. I met my manager and he used to call me the Youngblood because I was young. I was like, what the fuck can I call myself? And he says, all right, Youngblood. I was like, that's it. And then I just took the O's out because it looked boring. So it was like double the U, double the flavour.
Very nice.
That was it. Why is Youngblood famous? I don't fucking know. I just started talking into a phone and people started responding.
There you go.
That's about it. Why does Youngblood always wear pink socks? Now, the real answer to this is I could never have a matching pair of socks to save my life. I would always end up wearing one white one and one blue one or one black one.
I used to rock with wearing like funky ass socks. I used to have a collection, a very small collection, but I used to have a collection of just like random funky socks with words on them. I can't remember what I had. Majority of them just had swear words on them. That's what I remember. I got a pair of flamingo socks.
Like one and one orange one. So I just kind of was like, what can I do that I have that other people can replicate to kind of like let them know that they're in my crew? I love pink. This is like Sex Pistols pink. Jamie Reed, Sex Pistols pink. Vivienne Westwood, Malcolm McLaren. And I found these socks in a little store in London. And I was like, right, that's it. I'll take 100 pairs, please.
Fire.
And I haven't taken them off since. That's it. What Youngblood
Unique
song are you? Oh shit, it changes. I think today, the Youngblood song I am is Loner, because I just feel like, not because I feel lonely today, as per se, I'm about to walk out to loads of people in Berlin who I love, but I'm just feeling like, boom, 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 boom. I'm feeling like ready for a fight, so I'm down. What did Youngblood's parents do? My mum raised me, and my dad has a guitar shop.
That's
But my mum's got a
cool.
little
That's
cafe
cool.
now, got a
Raised
little
into
cake
music.
shop in Donny.
What's your go-to order?
Hot chocolate and chocolate eclair. You know what chocolate eclair is? Yeah, sick.
Bomb.
Banging. Killer. Final one. What show was Youngblood in? I was in a TV show when I was a young'un. Did a couple, Emmerdale, and I did a Disney show for a bit.
Oh, that's cool.
It was fun. I remember that show. I was literally like lined up for 6 hours in London because I was like trying to do something with my life, and then I got it, and they were like, "Oh, it's a Disney show." I was like, "Oh, cool." And then they were like, "You've been paid this much."
That's
like,
fun.
What? And then I did it. I was supposed to do 3 seasons, but I did 1 because, you know what I mean, I met Adam and Youngblood was kind of bubbling, and they were nice to let me out of it.
Just happy.
I had a good time.
That's
we
fine.
did pretty mental stuff there, actually. We were pretty naughty.
We'll call that the little introduction. I want to find another one. But that was a good little start to, you know, y'all getting introduced to who Youngblood is and how he is, I guess. All right, we're going to do this one. This one's called Youngblood Idols, Balance, and Boxing on the Zane Lowe Show. Shout out to Apple Music for posting this one. I feel like this one will be a little more music oriented.
Me hook's rubbish. Me uppercut's really good.
My uppercut's good. My hook is the worst punch.
Terrible. I'm like, I can't get it over.
So I guess
Can't get the elbow up, man.
Right?
And my
Crazy.
wrist hurts.
It's supposed to hurt.
Not that much. I'm like, ow.
Well, you don't want to be saying ow when you punch somebody.
Yeah, I'm
It
like-
kind of gives the game away.
Ow! My wrist!
Stand right there. I'll fuck you up. What's up, Dom?
How are you doing?
Beautiful, man.
Vibing.
I feel I can call you Dom now because I feel like you've given over the rights of Youngblood to all of us.
I think that was very much the aim of this album. You
Yeah.
know? I think I was like very much the aim of the journey that I've been on for myself for this album, you know? And yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Dom feels good.
I'll take it. You know, I feel very fortunate that I get to talk to artists at various points on their journey when
That's interesting.
self-realization and awareness becomes very clear. Folk
Definitely still goes by Youngblood, but I guess more recently he's preferring to go by his government name now.
just becomes clear. It's clear on this album.
It is. It is really clear, and I think you can feel it, and I think you can hear it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it was the whole purpose of it. I really needed to figure out who I was. You know, I think
Because someone gave you the keys too soon before you knew how to drive the car? Is that how it felt
so.
a little bit?
I think when you kind of make an album at first, you write it for yourself because no one's listening to it.
Yeah.
You know.
No one gives a shit.
No one gives a shit at all, and you make something
Absolutely.
that you love and you believe in, and you say exactly what you want to say without kind of compromise or opinions, and then
Everyone has them.
everyone finds it
And has an opinion.
and you become something to a lot
I know how
of
it
different
is.
people.
Did you feel more bulletproof in yourself than you actually were when you came out?
Categorically, I really think I look back at an 18-year-old kid and go like, why were you so confident and fearless? You know what I'm saying? Now I think like I was so brash, I was so loud, and it was beautiful. And I kind of look back at him and I'm like, you're about to go on a mad ride, kid.
Were you running from something, do you think, looking back on it now? Was there a sense of going on that stage every night? I saw you, we've talked about this at the Viper Room.
Yeah.
Came out, man, and you took
That's
us
cool
on.
place.
You took the crowd on. It was
Yeah.
like either get it or fuck off.
Yeah, 100%.
But to your point, that confidence wasn't entirely well founded. You found that out later in life that you had to develop a more even balance.
Yeah, I mean, I think what
Everyone starts
it was
somewhere.
really kind of this amalgamation of anger. And a lot of people always asked me, like, who are you?
Do they know who they are?
And I was like,
I don't know who
I was
I
like,
am on any
when?
given day.
you know what I mean? I was like, when?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What it depends what time you ask me. And I still think, that is true to this day. And I think what I really kind of learned on my first record and almost like had to relearn was this space, really taking my time to express myself in the way that I wanted to, not doing it so quickly because
I feel that.
someone wanted an answer instantly. You know, I really think I used to take my time, kind of give an answer to the world. And I think with this album, you know, I was always looking for a period of reinvention and
Isn't it more reclamation?
reclamation and I kind of, you know, I think you're right because I think I needed, that was the first step to go, I need to kind of do something different here and I need to find who I am, and I really need to say to the world that like, if you want me to tell you where we're going, you listen to the wrong artist.
Right.
I lead with my heart and I lead with every single thing I've got. I truly wear my heart on my sleeve. I really had to kind of shut out the noise and shut out the world to be able to do that again.
That ain't easy.
That isn't easy because I think like I was really kind of trying to be adherent to what people wanted me to be, and that really kind of made me fall out of
Almost
love
fell
with my
into that.
name. You know, I felt like
Slipping into
people
the
would say
trap.
like, oh, can you be Youngblood forever?
What do they think Youngblood was?
a million different things to a million different people. You know, I think a lot of people see it as a voice for young people.
Why did you inverted comma that?
Because when people say that to me, a lot of people say like, "Oh, you were a big voice of a generation," and I always found that really, I always kind of repel a pedestal like that, because I think like this whole thing started for me from kind of the tail end of Brexit in the UK and writing about what me and my friends were talking about. So I never wanted to like own that. I didn't like it.
See, the problem with that though, Dom, is that a lot of people were feeling the same way. And so what happens when you get a voice and some amplification, and you start saying things that other people identify with, they don't feel quite so alone.
Yeah.
And that's pretty addictive on both sides.
Completely.
You know, it's addictive for us because we're like, hey, you kind of speak how I think and how I feel. It's a beautiful thing. And then
That's kind of the job as an artist, though. Like, the point of that is to be someone who speaks for yourself, but then, you know, you'll have a fan base. That's how a fan base starts, is people who identify with you and people who resonate with what you're putting out into the world. To speak on that, that's interesting that he was like, yeah, I'm with that. And now later on, he's not really feeling that idea that he put out into the world anymore. Being that, like, if you're an artist, you always want to speak on some shit that you actually feel. Try to always speak on some shit that you will feel forever, and always, you know, stand up for it in your opinion and in your way. Otherwise, you know, it comes back to haunt you, basically.
And then if you're not careful and you don't find yourself on Idols reconnecting and reclaiming who you truly are, you get kind of addicted to being that voice.
Exactly. And I think that the fundamental thing is I could feel myself starting to not be truthful. Because Youngblood became such a thing of polarization for people. I think people really knew what it was in their head. It was like this loud kid, or it was this savior to them, or it was this. And I really started to hide. I really think as human beings we hide, because if you truly give yourself to someone, or you change, or you want to go somewhere else, and someone repels it, it's really hard to deal with. You know what I mean? I think it's like the biggest trauma. If you're like, yo, this is who I am, and everyone's like,
There's moments like that.
I don't like it. It's really scary.
Yeah, and especially when you come out there and you have a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm. I've noticed, as someone who's always put a lot of energy and enthusiasm into my passions, i.e. playing music and talking about music, that it's not for everybody.
No.
Some people find it fucking annoying.
Yeah, they do. And especially in the UK. You know what I mean? I always say what's hilarious. If someone's got a nice car out here, everyone's like, well done. In the UK, they'll fucking scratch it.
I mean, to be fair, to be fair to my friends in the UK and also my not so friends in the UK, you know, I spent, you know, nearly 13 years on Radio 1 getting it either sort of like getting high-fived or corner-eyed.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's fine, because that is part of what you have to put yourself through, and you would understand the same thing. But there were times I'd feel the same thing. Sometimes I'd go to shows and be like, man, am I in a crowd of friendlies?
Yeah.
Or is someone going to come up to me and just like, you fucking like you too, you wanker?
Yeah. I mean, I'll never forget.
I do like you too.
Yeah, I love you
wanker.
too. I love you too, you wanker. I remember an experience. I was in a pub. I was in a pub called the Royal Oak in.
I know that.
Yeah, in East London.
Yeah.
And someone just walked up to me, and this was a really pivotal moment in my life, really. And they were just like, I think you're fucking shit. Why are you so fucking excited all the time? It's a load of bollocks.
It's so weird, though. If anyone, okay, maybe in a public area, makes sense. But like at a show, at your own show, or like at a venue you just happen to be performing at, I get people can walk in and out, especially at bars and shit. That's so weird to me. Like mentally, that's so weird to me. Why would you stay in the spot? As a person who's viewing someone like an artist, why would you go out of your way to say some shit negative when you don't even have to be there? Like, why would you come out to a show to watch some shit? Why would you be there? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you go to that event? Why would you pop up at that spot at that time? Some people just run in and, you know, it's like, oh, fuck this guy. Other moments where it's like you actually purposely go out to the show to see that person, and you're like, fuck you. What the fuck is the point of doing that?
And it was a real crazy moment, because I think like when you see it on the internet, people kind of hide behind. It's so easy to post like negativity.
It's detached discourse.
When someone
Through my
actually kind
comments.
of looks you in the eye and says it.
Where does that go next, right? Like, you're thinking fight or flight, literally.
Yeah.
You're thinking like, all right, is it about to kick off?
Yeah.
Do I have to defend
Do I have to
myself?
say- exactly.
Is this guy 6 pints to the wind, and does he think he's going to be the guy who wakes up tomorrow morning and texts his mate and says, I lamped Youngblood?
Yeah, exactly.
Or am I going to be the guy that has to now convince this guy I'm a good guy? Because that's another fucking waste of energy.
No, completely. And I think that's
Deadass.
literally me. I'm such a puppy. I just want people to like me.
Yeah, same.
I've always just wanted people to like me, and I think
What a headache.
Yeah, and it's always so brutal. Like every time I'm mental, I'm like addicted to reading bad comments. I'm like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna get one more person. I'm gonna get one more person to believe it. I'm like,
mate.
guys, I'm real. You know, I
exhausting.
promise you, I'm telling the truth. I'm not. And it's so interesting, isn't it? It's always
Yeah.
like I've always been to this or to that. I've never just been like enough.
But the interesting thing
I'm
about
not
that
there
is you
yet,
said something
but I
really
get-
interesting
I
when
kinda
you first
get it
came out and
mentally.
kicked the door down on those small clubs and got the attention of the industry who gave you the keys to the car you couldn't drive yet. That you were angry.
Yeah.
That there was an anger that was driving that. as John Lydon says, energy.
Yeah.
Powerful fuel.
Completely an
So
energy.
I would have thought that kind of reaction, you would have stored that up and you would have made an angrier record.
It's so interesting, so did I. And I think when I first started to make it, it was going that way. I started to make this album in 2021 after the second album went to number 1 in the UK.
Shit, that's quarantine.
Yeah, Quarantine. And Weird had just gone number 1 in the UK. That's like the first commercial success you kind of get. So I'm like, whoa. And I remember calling Matty, my producer who did the first album with me, and I was like, right, I want to make an album with no form that is just a complete journey. Let's stretch it further. Let's make a concept. Let's make this crazy thing. So by the 2nd of January, Matty was in the north of England with me. I was like, we're going to make it in the cold. We're going to make it next door to a Tetley brewery. Like I'm telling you, like Tetley's fucking lager brewery.
Sure, I know.
Yeah. And we're going to make it in this old foreman's house next to a Tetley brewery. Like, you can't write it.
Do you know what that sounds like to me?
Yeah, literally. Coronation Street.
Jesus. Fucking misery.
I'm telling you, the thing about Coronation Street, you know the electrical board in England surges at 7:30 because everyone's putting a kettle on.
Yeah, because they want to sit down and watch
Coronation
something more
Street.
miserable than their
Yeah,
life.
I'm telling you. It's so, but when you're a kid, you think it's awesome, and then you kind of get to like, you come back and you.
What fucking childhood did you have where you thought Coronation Street was awesome?
I'm a northerner, man.
I
100%
understand that, but I mean,
I have no choice, man. Like, my nan's like, right, it's on, downstairs. Get downstairs now. I'm
You're
like, all right.
7 years old, like, fuck.
Yeah, I know. What is this? Is this
What
it?
is this planet?
But we had to go back to the north, and we started to make this album. And I remember the first songs came out of it, and Lovesick Lullaby came out of it, Zombie came out of it,
Wow.
Idols came out
Whoa,
of it.
Zombie came out quick.
Zombie was the first record.
And you must have been skipping off to bed that night.
Dude, it was crazy.
Once you had that one under the belt.
We really were. It was such a strange one making Zombie, because normally I would go into the studio with Matt and we'd pull up samples. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do whatever, you kind of pull up
Yeah,
a beat,
yeah,
you pull
yeah.
up a splice thing.
Inspire me.
But for an exercise on Zombie, we were like, right, let's get 2 guitars, let's write a song. We can't touch the computer. We cannot touch the computer. That's the thing. Let's like write it start to finish, 2 guitars and a notepad. When that came out, it really made me had to make the emotion, the lyric, the vocal, the selling point.
All right, I'm gonna stop that one there at 11:43. So if y'all want to watch the rest of it, by all means, you can go and watch the rest of it. You see what it is. I want to stop it here because it's running 45 minutes and I ain't got time for 45 minutes. So I hope y'all enjoy watching this interview. Both interviews, actually. I enjoyed it a lot. It wasn't as crazy as I was hoping, motherfuckers laughing their asses off. So we got some good moments, it was cool to watch. Yeah, y'all get to see a little bit about who Youngblood is and some of the songs he's made. Get a little deep dive into his life and how shit's going for him. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'll catch y'all with the next interview. Are you looking for new music? Tired of the same old songs playing on repeat? My name is Call 5. I've now got a new shop. I'm now selling physical CDs and vinyls. Some of your favorite hits, Pillow Talk, Status, Smoke and Mirrors, and more to name. If you're looking to support an independent artist, or you're someone who enjoys watching my videos and you want to support me in a different way, please, by all means, go check out the store on my official website. I do sell clothes as well. I have a store on Depop where I'm selling my old clothes, customized works of clothes, reselling clothes from different stores. Check out my stores now on my official website.